there is one thing that we have had a lot of questions on, Elaine.
Yes.
And the question is, does the Philippines provide a pathway to passport?
Oh, yes.
And 100% depends on how you process it, but we have three modalities for people to acquire passport.
Yes.
It's by marriage, by legislative action, or be a resident, stay in the Philippines, very much like I think Spain requires the same thing. 10 years, show how you've contributed. And yes, you can naturalize to become a Filipino. So there is actually a pathway as well. It's not so well known, so I thought maybe
Yes.
I'll remind Elaine that we have been asked this question.
Yes.
And there are some encumbrances when you're a foreigner. You're not allowed to own land. But if you eventually feel this is the place for you, you've spent 10 years, you've contributed to the country, welcome to the Philippines.
Yes, there are indeed three ways to become a citizen through naturalizations. One is like you said, you get the residence visa through FIV and you stay in Philippines. You hold the visa for 10 years. You stay in the Philippines for more than half of the time. Then you can apply to naturalize to Philippine citizens. Philippines is the only country in East Asia here that allow dual citizenship for a foreigner. So you don't need to give out your original passport. So you can easily make this your home.
I
Yeah.
think there are refinements to that. I know there was a Department of Justice ruling.
Yeah.
So the countries that are allowed that are what we call the Ibero-American Latin countries. So obviously if you're Spain, from Portugal, I guess those South Americas, by an extension of that, you do have that privilege. So for example, if a Filipino had become a Portuguese citizen through their own means of legal migration or to Portugal, you do not need to surrender your passport. This was a ruling after the examination of the Constitution of the Philippines and the Constitution of those countries, and we respect that. So, you know, even for Filipinos who themselves believe in global mobility, we ourselves are choosing to have multiple choices in life.
Yeah.
So why can't you?
Yes, exactly. And then another way to get naturalization citizenship is that if you hold the investor visa for 5 years, I saw this in the law. If you hold it for 5 years, stay in the Philippines for more than half of the time, and if you contribute significantly to the country of Philippines, because we really want to encourage people to contribute, to be a good citizen, to really like bring impact to the country. So if you contribute, like, you know, if you invent a cutting edge technology, register patent in the Philippines, introduce a new business, teach in a public school for more than a year, and so on and so forth, you won an Olympic and all that, and then you can qualify to get the citizenship in an expedited fashion. If you want to learn more, you can book a consultation call and talk to us.
And I have personally seen that done.
Oh.
I've seen Chinese, I've seen Australians, I've seen Americans, and recently just Google the Russian ballet dancer and a
Figure
Russian figure
skater.
skater as
Yes.
well. Now, there was one Russian ballet dancer in the past. So there is legal precedent. So don't believe what other people say that there's no pathway. Again, may I remind you that many Filipinos have come from other countries to settle in the Philippines. We want more well-talented and well-meaning people to join our population and our country.